And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Guys, today I want to discuss a bit of news ahead of the summer. We are starting to get to that point in the season where stories, preparations start to begin ahead of next season. And whilst we have got some important games, especially coming up this weekend to try and get us Champions League football, there will be a lot of stuff happening, right? There will be a lot of stuff happening, and there's always going to be players that we're linked to and whatnot. However, today's video takes us somewhere a little bit different, and that's with regard to the higher ups, if you like, in terms of the hierarchy, which we're going to get to in a moment, with regard to our sporting director, but also as well a hint about Arne Slot, as well as apparently a sort of Liverpool reunion beckons for a certain coach. So that would suggest that Arne Slot is definitely going to be here going into next season as well. Now, there's a lot of people, of course, on the Slot out train at this moment in time. But yeah, these kind of snippets of information would suggest that he would be staying. But yeah, I want to discuss both of these guys, as one of these stories just keeps on emerging all of the time. So yeah, let's get into it. As always, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. So first, I want to discuss Richard Hughes. Now, this story came up before. And again, whilst this has been kind of rubbished by UK media, after an interview with Al Hilal coach Simone Inzaghi, La Gazzetta are now reporting that Richard Hughes has agreed a deal to join the club this summer. That, of course, being Al Hilal. Now, this has not gone anywhere. This kind of started getting reported back in January, and here we are now in May with different sources still bringing up this story. So a very interesting one indeed. But again, as stated, La Gazzetta are reporting Richard Hughes has agreed a deal to join the club in the summer. So we won't probably find out till a little bit later on, but this one just keeps on emerging. And now with a bit of experience with doing these videos, there is sometimes a bit of truth in this. But yeah, his contract is expiring soon. That would likely make a little bit of sense, but certainly an interesting one and one to follow. However, it doesn't stop there, guys, in terms of preparations ahead of next summer. A couple of hours ago, we are getting reports essentially that Arne Slot is looking to reshuffle and evolve his coaching staff, which would definitely suggest that he would be here next season. And again, essentially, it's being reported that Liverpool continue to explore the possibility of bolstering their coaching ranks. And the Echo understands that Etienne Rajan could become an option, with Arne Slot continuing to evolve a coaching staff. And of course, this would be a reunion as they work together at Feyenoord Rotterdam. So again, this is the kind of consensus that we're getting now going as we are approaching the summer, that Etienne Rajan is well known, and Arne Slot has worked with him at Feyenoord. And he is initially set to follow from Rotterdam to Anfield, but the move fell through due to work permit issues. However, the story we're getting right now is that he's likely going to join in some capacity this summer. So certainly an interesting one there as well. So yeah, a bit of a couple of stories there ahead of the summer, but as you can imagine, preparations are ongoing. But do let me know your thoughts on that down there in the comment section below.